For the benefit of the viewers watching the video, it goes on like 10 minutes or so, this exercise?
8 minutes.
8 minutes. And I've only just included a few seconds in the video. What I want you to do is make sure your mask is loose enough that you can see light in a couple spots.
Yep, I can.
And do you see light out the cracks on the side at all?
Right here.
Okay, great. Okay, so now we're going to do some other exercises. Do the darty eye thing, or shifty eye thing, I guess, where you dart the eye back and forth. Doesn't have to be fast, but just look back and forth. And just to vary it up a bit, also up and down. You can mix that in a bit. And to add yet more variety, go in a circular motion. And start clockwise, looking in your mask in a clockwise direction. And now go counterclockwise. And of course, as part of all of this, the humor and smiling aspect. Great big smile. I want you to now just move your eyes to the left. Move your eyes to the left and leave them there as if you're looking at something on the very left side. Now, if you feel your eyes strain too much, don't go that far, but just enough that you're at the edge. Look to the edge. Now look to the right. And move your eyes as far as you can without causing too much strain to the right. Big smile. I'm going to be asking you over and over again.
For some reason, this is a laugh. I couldn't do the clockwise and smile too.
Oh. Who knows? Okay, now look up. Take your eyes to the top and just be looking up as far as you can without causing yourself a headache. And then look down. And if you can see light, just take a look what you see through the light. Just explore. And whether that is actual mask or you're seeing, it really doesn't matter. We're using this to encourage the windows to open. Because on my last session, I had 2 windows that were open. I had a window where I could see things magnified, and another window that was overlapping it, that when I moved the stuff, it seemed to go in the opposite direction, or 90 degree, I don't even remember now. But it was not the same direction.
Opposite direction.
Yeah, all I know, it was not the same direction as the way I was doing it. And so we're going to have some fun with all this stuff, and just relax. Let your shoulders sink down. Just totally let go. Nice deep breath in and exhale, and let all tension disappear, and just let your whole body go limp. Just be here and now, be in the here and the now, in this moment, and just let everything go and be a passive observer. And I'm going to ask you, to report back to me and let me know what you're seeing all the time. And there's no judgment, there's no critical thought, there's no reasoning. You're just going to be an observer, just reporting back to me and keeping your left brain out of it, not trying to decide what this is or what this isn't or anything like that. You're just going to be a passive observer reporting. It's kind of like you're watching a movie on TV at night. You're totally relaxed just watching the movie. And all these things happen and you're just taking it in. And you enjoy the movie, and that's what we're going to do here as well. Draw the circles. And just slowly and comfortably, And then I want you to move your left finger the other way, left hand the other way. Yep. Yeah. And just go slow, and then move your left hand the other way. Yep. And let that go for a bit.
Now, I gotta say something too.
Sure.
If you notice, I noticed this time, and I wasn't doing it at the same time. I noticed that both sides of my brain were working, because I noticed that when I concentrate on the left or the right, this particular time I was able to move both hands independently.
Okay.
I don't know if you noticed that. I particularly noticed that this time. It wasn't like they were together.
Okay.
But they were doing their own thing. So that meant to me that both sides of the brain were doing their own thing this time, not working together. Yeah.
Good, good. Well, this is a good exercise. Now I'm going to change the camera here and move it so it's aimed right at the laptop. So just do some slow, deep breathing exercises while I'm setting that up. All the way in, all the way out. And hold your right hand on your, let's see, right hand on right nose. And that's breathing through your left nostril, which is your right brain. Okay. And the whole purpose of that is to cause more relaxation and more connection to the right brain. Okay, we're all set, Wendy. You're very relaxed. You can let go there and just relax. And maybe reach for your sheets, and we're going to grab one out of there. Okay, the sheet on the bottom. Take that one.
If I leave my eyes open, I can see the colors through the cracks.
Okay, great.
So, I don't know. Because I see that as green.
Okay. And we don't know fully whether those cracks are the mask or the window.
I know.
It could be both.
Like I can see that as
Okay,
pink.
so you know what? Just leave your eyes open and tell me the colors. Just go pick them all and just tell me as you go. Yeah, just right off the top.
Yellow. Blue. Pink. Lime green.
Okay, now tell me where you're seeing at the moment with your eyes open.
Right here.
Okay, is it in front or is it below?
Right here.
Okay, now try to
It's not below at all.
try to
Right here.
cover the vision. Cover the spot where it's coming from.
I can't. It's there. I can't get rid of it.
Okay, that's great.
I can't get rid of it. It's there.
Okay, great. Okay.
Even with my over it.
Okay, so now let's take the other pile of numbers and letters
Okay.
and just tell me, what is that character there? Or I should say symbol.
It looks like a black circle.
Okay, great. And then the next one. And show it to me. Okay.
Just gonna.
Yep.
It's like I have to scan it though.
Okay.
Like a rectangle.
Yes, and is it solid or open?
It's solid.
Great, good work. And show me where the vision appears to be coming from on your mask.
Right here.
Okay, great.
And I can't, like I say, it's there no matter what I do.
Okay,
It's just like a light.
okay. All right, well, let's keep it going.
Okay.
And, you know, it appears your window has finally opened up.
But it's been, like I've been trying to ignore it. Trying to put my mask tight to get rid of it because it's the old thing. I don't,
Well, we're going to encourage more to open because this is what happened to me last week.
Okay.
So we just tell me what you're seeing, and you know what? While this happens, at some point you may see another window open, Wendy.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a black triangle.
Solid or open?
Solid.
Okay.
That is a black triangle open.
Yep. Now we're just encouraging your other windows to open at this point.
Yeah.
And in my case, they overlapped. I had one way and one the other way. So we're going to see what happens with you and just let it happen. Just report what you're seeing.
That is that's a triangle also on half side of the sheet.
Okay.
Is Is that a star?
Yes, it is. Yep, good work. So what is that one, Wendy?
That's the black circle again.
Okay, try other spots with that character around. See if there's any other spots. And you know, I didn't even notice when my other window opened. All of a sudden it was operating. But I couldn't tell you the second it came on. It just kind of snuck up on me.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now I'm not saying that's how yours might work, but we're going to try different things. And remember, we've always been that, you know, you were the first one to see over me. And at one point you were like 2 or 3 sessions ahead of me. And you were encouraging me not to get discouraged. That, you know, it would happen. And it did. And now, you know, it appears that just on this part only, I'm a session or 2 ahead of you. We don't know exactly. So just know that we kind of drag each other along. You drag me along when you move forward, and I drag you along when I go forward. So, you know, we try not to be in competition, but I think it's a natural thing that the one wants to do what the other's doing, and I don't think you can avoid that. And there's nothing wrong with that, because that's what partners do, is help the other to move ahead. So it's you know, we're using it in a healthy way. Okay, go to the next character, or the next sheet. And there's no expectation. We don't know how your windows are going to open.
Yeah.
So tell me when it comes into view, tell me when it goes out of view. Any part of it. You don't even have to say which part. Just say when it goes into view and when it goes out of view.
Into view there. And then out of view.
And do you just have the one spot you're seeing, or are there any others that sort of overlap? Just move slow and see.
Right here too. It's really, really bright. Right there.
Ah, okay. And is it in the same direction as you're doing everything? Like if you move it left to right, does it appear to be moving left to right?
Yeah, it does.
And
yeah.
up and down appear to be moving up and down?
Yeah.
Okay, but it's 2 distinct spots, it appears. Okay, so when you go between the spots, does it disappear? Go slow?
Yeah.
Where does it disappear?
Come into view here. And then disappears. And then really bright on this side.
Now, why should it be any brighter from one side to the other?
I don't know.
Maybe one window is open more.
Yeah, this side, it's just come into view. And then it just went out of view.
Okay, now does one side appear to be magnified more than the other, or are they the same?
Yeah, this side's more magnified.
Okay, cool. Do you have anything that's small?
Oh, I have the little sheets.
Okay.
Those?
Yes, let's go with that one you just showed me.
Okay.
Great. Okay, and turn it 9 degrees either way. There you go.
That?
Yep, and tell me what it is.
Oh, it's an X.
Yep. And now move it to your other window and see if it's brighter on that side.
It's brighter and bigger.
And the interesting thing is, that side is being blocked by the light from your window, because that's where the big partition is between the 2 windows.
Okay.
So it's actually lighter on the other side. Put it the other side. That's brighter. That should be brighter on that side, because that's in front of your window, like the actual glass window of your house.
Yeah.
When you move it to the other side, you've got the partition blocking some of the light. So technically that side should be bright. It should be darker. But what are you seeing?
I'm seeing, I can see it there, but I can see it bright and bigger there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now bring it to you until the X fills the window, fills your window. Right about there, it fills the window.
Right about there.
And now go to the other side and do the same thing. See when it fills the window.
Right about there.
Yeah, and that's closer. Okay,
That's it? Okay.
because it's not magnified.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see if there's any other windows that have opened. Move it around, just slowly around to different spots. See if it's just the two at the moment. You know, one of those windows might be the mask itself. The other window could be your seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it doesn't matter. We're just exercising here.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't seem to have nothing down here at all.
Okay. So put it in your seeing window there and just look at the magnification.
Mm-hmm. There.
Can you see your hand also?
Yeah, I can see my...
Does it look magnified?
Yeah, it does.
Just enjoy the process and let's make some more connections. Grab another sheet and let's have some fun. And while you're doing this, feel free to experiment and just play with it in any way you want. But let's see what you've got there now. Okay, what is that?
It's a C.
Okay. And do you see it through your both windows?
Yeah, it's magnified over here.
How would you compare the magnification from one to the other? Would it be 50% bigger, 100% bigger, or only 25% bigger?
25% bigger.
Oh, okay. Now, when you go from one to the other, do they overlap or does it disappear and then appear in the other one?
Well, it disappears. I can see it there, and then I can see it there.
So
Holy crap, it's huge there that time.
Okay, okay.
It's huge there
Yep.
that time.
Well, that's your brain just working with it. And just show me the transition as you, when does the C disappear as you slowly go?
Okay. It just came into vision, just went out, and then came into vision huge,
But it's huge.
and then just went out. Yeah.
Okay. And look underneath your chin and see if there's anything there.
No, nothing at all.
Okay. So today it's the two windows. Well, you know you've got at least one.
Yeah.
It's very possible the one on your left is the mask.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very possible the one on the right is your vision because it seems to be just a little bit different.
It's huge. Yeah, it's big.
There's magnification.
Yeah.
Now tell me about the clarity. Compare the clarity of the two. Are they both the same sharpness or is one more clear and sharper than the other?
Well, this side's bright.
Mm-hmm.
So with the brightness, it seems sharper. Plus, it's magnified. So
Okay.
it seems brighter and it's magnified.
Okay, and once again, you have that big barrier between the two windows, which is causing a little more darkness on that side. So there's a little thing to prove to yourself that it might be your window because your seeing window, because that technically should be darker for you on that side.
It's bright and it's magnified.
Yeah, because remember in my session, and unfortunately we didn't get it recorded, but, well, I accidentally deleted the video, but you proved to me that the one side also was like in my vision because it was brighter and the one side was darker. And I could hardly see out of that side anyway.
And what was interesting is that when you said it was so bright, it wasn't in the sun. Then you moved it to the other side and it was in the direct sun and you said it wasn't bright at all.
Right, that's what it was, yes.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, so that was giving our reasoning brain some proof that this is happening. Because we love to fight against it.
This side's bright and magnified, where this side isn't as bright. I can see it, but it's not magnified like this side.
Okay, now just for fun, take a color, a more dull color. Let's see how bright it is from one side to the other.
This one?
Yeah. Now, just compare from one side to the other.
Okay.
There's the blue on one side. Does it appear brighter on that side?
It does. It does. for sure.
Once again, on your left side, that's directly in front of the window
Yeah.
behind you. Whereas on your right side, you're right in front of that partition. So
And I don't see it anywhere else either. Just those two spots.
okay. Let's grab another color and have some fun with another color.
Really bright. Let's try that.
Okay, tell me what color it is, of course.
Yellow.
Okay. And compare the two sides. Which side's brighter again?
This side.
Okay. Now, how much brighter would you estimate it to be?
A lot brighter. It's like you know what it's like when you look at something and when you're doing this, it's like, whoa, that's really bright.
Is
Well,
it like twice as bright, would you say?
I would think, yeah.
For the benefit of the viewers, it's important to leave the mask so that you can see a crack of light. And that may be the mask that you are looking. But it does fool the brain, and other areas will open up over time, which you think also are the mask. But when you compare the vision between the two, it's different. So it appears that your window has opened on your right side because you've got magnification occurring and you've got brightness occurring.
Yeah.
And tell me what that is, of course.
That is an S.
Just grab something there for fun. Let's see what you got. Okay. Now turn it 90 degrees. Yeah, like that. Yep.
I can see that.
Okay. Okay,
And
now.
bigger eye.
Okay, now keep it, and as you pass it, keep it, and as you put the other ones down, and as you pass it, go slowly from one side to the other and tell me when it appears and disappears.
Okay.
The eye itself.
Right there, I see the eye.
And when does it disappear?
Gone.
Okay, and keep going slowly. When does it reappear?
There.
And keep going. When does it disappear?
Gone.
Okay, so just a tiny little spot.
There and gone. There
Just a
and gone.
tiny spot.
Yeah.
And again, on your right side, it appears bigger.
Yes.
It's magnified.
Brighter and bigger, like magnified.
Yeah.
Big time. Yeah.
Okay. And when you bring it close, tell me when the eye fills and even more than fills. Like, tell me when it comes to the whole frame of your vision, but then as you bring it closer, it's getting bigger and bigger. Where does it fill your frame?
Right there.
And then bring it closer
Oh.
until it's just the dot on the eye.
Right about there.
And if you bring it closer, it fills your whole vision, the dot.
Right there.
It fills the entire screen.
Yeah.
Okay, now do the same on your right. Have the main body of the eye fill the screen. Okay, and then keep going, and the dot, and tell me when the dot fills your screen.
Right there.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Have the O in your vision and move it closer until it comes to the outside of your frame.
Side.
Either side, we'll do both, but start with one side. Bring it slowly into frame, okay? And have it fill it. And go past so that you can't see any part of the O itself. You only see the white in the middle.
Right about there.
So you can see the white in the middle and the O disappears.
Yeah, I can't see the O at all, just white.
Okay, now do it on the other side. Same thing. Have the O come just to the outside of your frame.
Okay.
That's the outside right there.
Yeah.
And keep going until the O disappears. Look in the middle until the O disappears.
Disappeared.
Wow. Okay, now did the whole thing disappear at the same time or parts of it disappear first?
It all disappeared at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it looks like your vision is kind of circular.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting
My
a
eyes-
headache or anything?
Yeah, my eyes, yeah. Kind of
Okay.
getting it.
Well, I mean, if you'd like to end the session, we can, or you like to keep going, Wendy. Which would you like to do?
I'll go through the cards on this side,
Okay.
and then we can give my eyes a rest, because, yeah, this is the first time I've done this.
Okay, and just read the letters.
M or
What?
W?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
W. That's a D?
Yeah, that'd be a D, yeah.
D.
Okay. Why don't you just close your eyes for a minute and just let your eyes rest for a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Because we've been going at it pretty strong here.
Yeah. I think I might have a headache. I might take an Advil.
Yeah. Well, but
remember when we first started? Remember our headaches?
all the time. All the time.
So I don't get those as much now.
Well, but you've opened up a channel, Wendy.
Yeah.
How do you know that? How do you know? Explain to me why you believe that's your seeing channel on the right-hand side.
Because it's magnified and it's bright. And this is magnified. It's bright and it's magnified.
Now, let me take, let's take a letter in each hand.
Okay.
And that'll work. And put one in one window and one in the other window at the same time. Now, when you move your eye back and forth, how would you compare the size difference? Would you say it's 20?
This side's clearer and this side's bigger.
And how much by? 25% bigger, roughly?
About that, yeah. About that.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then...
but it's clearer and brighter.
Okay.
That's really weird.
And then change the letters, put them in the other hand.
Change them like this?
Like, yep. And then do the same thing.
This is closer, brighter.
Now, if you were seeing through your mask, they would both be exactly the same size, right?
Yeah.
And they should be the same brightness.
Yeah. This side's brighter and bigger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm exhausted, though.
Well, it makes you feel exhausted, but really, did you have to concentrate?
No.
But because you're opening a channel, it probably will give you a headache, even though you weren't really even concentrating.
What did you want me to do?
Well, show both windows.
Oh, right there.
The one window that is likely your mask itself, then the other window that's likely your vision. Much brighter. And is it the same color?
This side, the color is more vivid. This side is more like sun shining on it.
Okay. Okay, Wendy, this has been a very good session.
My eyes.
You're gonna be, you're gonna probably need a nap this afternoon.
Yeah.
You might have to take an Advil, but you know what? You've pushed open your seeing channel.
Well, my problem is that I've always had, not always, but I've had that, and I've been trying to ignore it. I've been trying to ignore it, and all my practicing has been with my eyes closed. And that's why I kept asking you, do you open them or close them?
Yeah.
But then I remembered them telling us that your eyes have to be open to trick your brain.
Okay.
Trick your brain into thinking it's seeing. And that's why it's really difficult for some people to see with their eyes closed, because your brain doesn't believe it.
Yeah. Now, today, of course, when you put your mask on, you believed 100% you were looking through a crack in the mask.
Yeah, well, I've always have.
Yeah, and on your left side, you probably are looking through a crack in the mask.
Yeah.
But the right side,
Yeah.
So one of them is very well the crack, and the other one is your vision, because it's magnified and it's bright.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, does your brain believe that, or do you think that both of them are the crack in the mask?
Well, that's the difficulty.
So, if you're looking through a crack in the mask, is it possible it can be magnified?
No, it can't be.
That's physically impossible with physics, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
If you're looking through a crack in the mask, you're going to see what it is with your normal vision in real-time sight, in real sight.
Yeah.
So
And
if
the
something's
magnification.
magnified, how could that be?
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's a lens, unless there's like a camera lens with zoom or something, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and that is how they say that eventually, once you open it, that your other vision takes over for the deficiency in your eyes, and that's why you can eventually get rid of your glasses.
yes. And, you know, we've watched videos where I know there was one with a kid climbing a rock wall, and he kept putting his hand in the wrong spot. It wasn't quite the exact spot because his vision was magnified. He it appeared, it's just like the car. Objects are closer than they appear. Now,
Exactly.
with your car mirror on the side, right, there's that little sign.
Yeah.
Now, in this case, objects are further than they appear because your vision was magnified, so it looked really close. But if I was there and I held the card and I said, Wendy, put your hand where you think it is, you would probably put it right in front of your eyes.
Exactly. Yeah, because this side was
Yeah.
closer. Yeah.
So,
Very cool.
and you know, the whole thing is, it's hard to get excited about it because it just feels like your normal seeing, right?
And you know what, I think that's why it's so difficult for adults.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's so difficult for adults to, because we always said, we try to rationalize it.
Yeah.
And we can't rationalize it. We just have to go with it. And
Right.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
good work, Wendy. Good work. You've had a breakthrough, and you've likely had this for a long time.
I've had it for a long time because I kept tightening the mask up.
Yeah, and I've had these cracks of light too, and I've just tightened up the mask until they
Me
go
too.
away. But as we were told, when you tighten the mask against your face, it actually stops this secondary eyesight, this special
Exactly.
eyesight from working, because there's such a pressure on your face and it distracts the
Exactly.
brain, and
Exactly.
it turns off that eyesight.
Exactly. Yeah.
So-
Exactly. Yeah. So what we've been doing all along has actually been detrimental.
Well, but hey,
But our rational brain was doing it. Our
But
rational
we're-
brain was saying.
we're finally there, though. We're
Yeah.
finally there. We can see. And now, you know, we've worked so hard to get to this point, it doesn't even feel that exciting. But
Does it?
but we just, and I said to myself, it doesn't matter, just keep moving because we're going to move to higher levels now.
Exactly. And as you keep practicing, other things open up, like your
Yes.
intuition and
Yes.
they always say that you grow new neurons in your brain and stuff. And
Yeah.
the more you practice and the more you keep going. So yeah.
Yes. Now, what else I've heard is that other windows will start opening up, and it'll be like
Yes.
Swiss cheese. So you'll
Yes.
have all these different spots. Like you've got two today. One might be the mask. It might not. We don't know. We'll say it's the mask itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
But another spot will open up as time goes on, and then another one, and then they all gradually integrate.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
You know.
very cool.
Yeah,
It's very cool. We are our own worst enemies.
I know. So go have lunch
Yeah. Yeah.
and have a nap, take an Advil, but just know that this is part of the training. It's no different than strength training at the gym.
That's true.
You know,
That's true.
when you lift the heavy weights, later that night you're very tired.
Mm-hmm.
And even sometimes I've had a headache, right? But the next day, you're that much stronger. So
Sure.
now that you've pushed this, yes, you're going to have a headache. And typically when we have a headache, that means we have pushed it.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it's
yeah.
going to move ahead for the next time you practice.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool.
Good work, Wendy.
Very cool, Rob.
Good.
Yeah. Yours is a definite, but I guess mine is a definite too because it was magnified.
Yeah, it has to be. See,
Mine was a definite, it was bright, and it was magnified. It's a new world we live in, that's for
well,
sure.
and you and I are in a new world also. All right. Give
Oh,
a fist bump.
fist bump. It's very cool. How long have we been waiting?
I know. But now we're moving forward. So
Yeah.
rather than look back and say we could have been here sooner, it doesn't matter. We're here now.
Exactly.
And because of all the practice we've done, we're probably going to move faster now. We're going to move forward faster.
Cool. Very cool.
So we will. And we're going to
How
have...
do you feel? Are
No,
you
I feel
really-
good. I feel good.
Good. Good. Good.
I feel good. And watching you has reinforced my own belief. Because I look at you and I say, she had magnification, she
Yeah.
had brightness,
Yeah.
and that's in the face of the fact that the bright part of the window is on your other side.
Exactly.
And that side should be brighter.
Yeah.
It's
So,
so-
we both could have moved forward a long time ago, except for our stubborn brains.
Yeah. But and you know what, we'll help adults move forward very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we can speak with experience, Wendy. We've been through it all.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
So we won't take any...
I guess that's why they say. Well, I don't know. I was trying to figure it about a blind person.
That's difficult. I think
That's really.
yeah.
I think it's very, very, very difficult.
You'd want to start with people that have had sight in their earlier in their life.
Well, yeah, for sure. But I was trying. What would you do? wear the mask or not? I guess some people have partial sight, so you'd have to wear the mask.
Well, it's so...
That would be really interesting to find somebody to try that with.
Yeah, it would be. It would be. But you know what? We've moved ahead, and I know that you even asked me, well, don't you feel excited? And I didn't seem to have a lot of excitement because it feels normal.
And that's what Liz said from the very beginning.
It feels normal. So I say to myself, okay, I'm not that excited. So then what is it I want to do? I want to advance it.
Exactly.
So,
but I think it's all part of you, and we just didn't notice it. I think we've always had it. We just didn't notice it, and now we can push it further because now we know, and we can use it and move it forward, and maybe get rid of the glasses.
Yep, that'd be pretty cool. That would be a nice goal. I would love to ditch my glasses.
Me too. I would too. Yeah.
They're just they're a PITA. Okay, go have some lunch. Go have a nap. Take an Advil. Have a nap, and just look ahead where we're going to be now improving this. We're going to be improving it more. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
All righty.
Okay.
All right. Have a good one. All right. See you, Wendy.
Bye.